entrepreneurship to the pharmacy students. So entrepreneurship refers to all those activities which are to be carried out by a person to establish and to run the business enterprise in according with the changing social, political and economic environments. So mainly these entrepreneurship includes the anticipation of the consumers, likes and dislikes, their feelings and also their behavior, taste, fashion, and also introduction to the business ventures to meet the expectations of the consumers. So mainly entrepreneurship is considered as a new product that would enable businessmen to develop new form of the business organization and new business activities needed for the society. The liberalization of the cultural rigidities are mainly due to this new product entrepreneurship. So the ability of the entrepreneurs to assess the risk and establish business which are risky, but at the same time they have to suit perfectly the changing scenarios of the economy. So this entrepreneurship mainly discusses the system of operating the business in which operating businesses and opportunities existing with the scope of the market. So self-employment is necessary and they have to be available in the opportunities within the economic system, and they should be utilized for the creation and functioning of the new organization. So always a potential entrepreneur should show the interest to seek the investment opportunities in the market, and they have to run the enterprise successfully based on the identifiable opportunities. So mainly the enterprise should be built and it should have the multiple functions like building the organization, providing the self-employment, innovation applied to the novel concepts, and bringing together the multiple factors of production and identifying and exploiting the business opportunities within the available market. So mainly the entrepreneurs are nothing but the business people who can detect and sense the availability of the business opportunities at the present scenario. They have to utilize the opportunities to create the new products by employing new production methods in the different markets. And also they have to function in different ways by using various resources to get it. They are mainly divided into 4 approaches. One is the sociological approach. The sociological approach is the study of entrepreneurship which deals with the social and cultural factors, mainly responsible for the nature and growth of the entrepreneurship development in a society, and it attempts to understand as to why a social structure and culture facilities or inhibits the entrepreneurial development. It believes that laws of development lies in the social structure and culture of the region. It tries to seek the answer to the question and why only one segment of social structure produces large number of entrepreneurs than the other. So the traditional social structure like caste and joint families are essential attributes of the Hindu society according to a person called as Weber. He has determined the process of entrepreneurial growth and also holds the Hindu culture and Hindu social organization responsible for slow pace of development and suggests a lasting solution of the problem that can be found only by gradual but systematic transformation of India's social system. So the backward economies, according to Hossel, exhibit usually a lack of reliance on achievement as a norm for acquiring economic goods. Achievement-oriented behavior is, however, not fully absent but exists only in limited cases. So distribution of economic goods in primitive societies and also in the medieval societies, they have been a typical example of the way of distribution of the pattern. The advanced societies, on the other hand, exhibit the norms of achievement-oriented behavior. In such societies, there is a system of formal education, vocational and also professional training. The second characteristic of underdeveloped economies is the prevalence of the particulars in the distribution of economy and also relevant task among the performers. Again, it has to be emphasized that both variables like rational approach do not exist in the respective societies in their pure form. Thirdly, the backward societies' economic activities are quite diffuse. So it is so because of the fact that there is a low level of the development in the division of the labor. It is underdeveloped society, on the contrary, functional diffusion and the principle of the aspiration predominant as regulators of social structural relationships, especially in its economic aspects and the orientation of different factors economically or politically plays an influential role in the predetermined predominantly by considerations of their ego. Entrepreneurial characteristics such as ability to make new combination of factors of production, managerial skill, perception, risk tasking, inventiveness, and achievement motivation are not merely a pale reflection of the conditions. Modern democratic system is more conducive to the development of innovative behavior. According to him, they are more prone to taking up entrepreneurship as a career whose existing social status has been degenerated in the course of historical change. And also, there is a psychological approach to know that the entrepreneur is not a common person. He has a typical personality with creative, managerial, and imaginative skills who can innovate and contribute positively to an industrial project. So, this kind of personality develops in a person who has strong motivation for the achievement. Unless the sociological approach, which asserts that the existing social structure determines the entrepreneurship and economic development, the psychological approach seeks to find out how the social structure affects the attitude of the people in a society, and also areas like entrepreneurial commitments, tendency of saving and investment, and business management have been unusually covered by the studies carried out by the psychologists. Next is the political approach. The political approach to entrepreneurship deals with the issues involved in the relationship between entrepreneurship, development, and the state, particularly in the context of the role of the latter in the development of the entrepreneurs. There is a rapid growth in the industries and good pace of economic development, which depends on the merit of economic policies of the government. Democratic and relatively stable governments are supposed to be conducive to the economic development, and entrepreneurial supply would be of a greater in a state which believes the ideology of capitalization, liberalism, and provides requisite credit facility, training, opportunity, technological and scientific knowledge, and adequate incentive. So, Government of India pursued the policy of mixed economy till business starts from the owners of such business need to be small scale owners or the big scale owners or large scale owners. Small business have a risk, but successful entrepreneurs are very innovative and they know how to operate profitably the business environment even the risk is very high. So innovation is the lifeblood of any kind of the entrepreneur, and this is one of the tools that helps them to gain the advantage over established players in the market. So therefore, entrepreneurs are defined as individuals or group of individuals to carry out entrepreneurship activities based on their innovative approaches and solving the problems that are present. There are different types of entrepreneurs like innovative entrepreneurs, imitating entrepreneurs, and also drone entrepreneurs. So, who are innovative entrepreneurs? This type of entrepreneur is more interested in introducing new ideas into the market or organization in the nation. They are drawn towards innovations and invest a lot of time and wealth in doing the research and development. Next, imitating entrepreneurs are oftenly referred to as a copycats. They observe the existing system and they replicate the same manner, and all the deficiencies of the original business model are addressed and their efficiencies are retained. Next one is the drone entrepreneurs. They are entrepreneurs who do not like a change, but they are considered as old school models. They want to do the business in their own traditional and orthodox methods for the production of the systems. They attract the people and also they follow the tradition and they give outdated methods of doing the business. So, what is the role of an entrepreneur? So, entrepreneur fulfill the three domain roles. One is economic change, social change, and technological change. So, mainly the behavioral role of the entrepreneur is more common characteristics, and then they decide to become the entrepreneur due to factors like circumstances in their lives which make them think the way to do, and also they work efficiently and operate in a successful business, and these entrepreneurs should perform certain roles. So these are called as the managerial roles, and these entrepreneurs should have the mindset which refers to the specific state of mind which originates and human conduct towards the entrepreneurial activities and also the outcomes. These characteristics of the entrepreneurs mainly includes the ability to calculate the risk and accept the realities of change and uncertainty. Statistics shows that 40 to 50% of the students who are entering the college will be employed and or freelance at some point in their careers. According to the study by the institute of a well-known institute, the economy students desires and the world expectations of students are all very different than what faced in the colleges. So there is a better way to prepare the students in the world for the 21st century to aspire them to work in the large company and start their own business and go and devote themselves to serve the public through cultivating their skills in the entrepreneurship. When we teach entrepreneurship, the emphasis is on developing skills, not only starting business, but to support and encourage the students who are passionate about launching different types of Facebooks and also resources to help them to achieve their goals. Rather, the goal is about developing. There is interdisciplinary skills that lead to the development of the entrepreneurial mindset. So, the term entrepreneurship sets across a cross-functional line and professional skills that desire someone who is innovative, resourceful, and creates the value. The entrepreneurial mindset can be applied to many contexts. It employs in large the hierarchical entities, which applies to the community organizers, academicians, inventors, and doctors, lawyers, politicians, musicians, and public servants. So, to start up a company and the skills that are developed are relevant to everyone. So, learning the entrepreneurial mindset is critical, valuable in the 21st century skills. Entrepreneurship must be practiced and to be learned. It is experiential and you should have to be swim in a library and you can learn. The entrepreneurship is about unless you have experienced it. So here there are different types of the programs to start their own business, either the small business or the medium business or a large business. So the revolutionary impact of the entrepreneurship is called as revolutionary entrepreneurship to fix social and economic problems. So this can assume that more entrepreneurs are needed to address these issues, increasing the number of the entrepreneurs. However, the entrepreneurs improve their society's growth, innovation, and social transformation. The revolution should be one of the transferring contemporary entrepreneurial culture to make more socially minded. Entrepreneurs are known for creating new ventures that solve the problems, and they believe they have to expand and conceive as the entrepreneurs to a powerful agents based on the cultures and transforming their societies. So, incorporating the social goals into the entrepreneur's strategic thinking as a means to maximize the personal and collective benefits. It demands getting rid of a paradigm that only governments and established companies are capable of addressing the social needs. Entrepreneurs always operate closer to the people and are in perfect position to identify and tackle the critical problems such as poverty and lack of access to health and education. Contemporary societies are demanding more efficient and socially interconnected ways to satisfy the necessities. So, to make this happen, entrepreneurs must understand that by establishing new ventures that aim to create economic prosperity and also social development, they are ensuring their long term sustainability. More developed nations translate their platforms for larger growth and even the internationalization. Risk absorption mainly involves to perform the functions of an entrepreneur. So they have a business risk which involves the risk due to possibility of changes in the taste of the customers, techniques of productions and new interventions. So if any materialize the entrepreneur, they have to bear the loss for himself and also still remains the function of an entrepreneur. We have to formulate the strategic business decisions. That is, they have to decide the nature and type of the goods to be produced, and he enters the particular industry which offers the strong and best opportunities, procedures where commodities he thinks will pay him the most employees, and these methods of production which seem to him the most profitable. And also it affects the suitable changes in the size of the business, its location, techniques of production, and does everything that is needed for the development of the business. And also the entrepreneur should adopt the innovation function. So he conceives the idea for the improvement in the quality of production, and he considers the economic inability and technological feasibility in bringing about improve the quality. The introduction of different kinds of electronic gadgets is an example of such innovation of new products, and innovation is an ongoing function rather than for the possibility and intermittent activity. So mainly the characteristics of the entrepreneur include facilitating character, means to build a team and motivate and provide an environment for the growth and career development. And second characteristic is the self-confidence. He have to have belief in himself and also the employees and to achieve their goals. And also work with mission and vision. An entrepreneur must be committed for the project and he has to have the commitment, and he should have high degree of endurance. That is, success of the entrepreneur depends the ability of the work to long hours and to sustain the period of time. And next characteristic is the troubleshooting nature. An entrepreneur must have the intense desire to complete the task or solve the programs. Next, he has to have the initiative and enterprising personality, and he should be very acceptable and responsible, and he has to be next characteristic to make use of the resources. Next, he has to be a goal setter to realize the realistic goals and challenge those goals and calculate the risk tasking ability. So he should face every moderate risk or any failures. So with this, I want to end the topic about this entrepreneurship. So the students of pharmacy or any other field can have their own ideas and innovations and creative thinking to start an innovation, followed by the business models and start as a startup and also the entrepreneurship. Thank you.